now that I'm back home and comfy, I figured I'd use this summer heat up because it's 50 degrees outside. Well, sorry, 60. What? And basically, being Canadian, that's real warm. So, at the end of February, too, we love that for me. Okay. So, I wanted to have the first episode of the more advice rant lifestyle again. Still going to be in that playlist. However, this time letters are sent to me as well as I read them anonymously. Nobody will know anybody's name. And if there's like real personal details, y'all not gonna know. Okay? You know what I'm saying? All this is for me because again, this is my therapy too, because child almost crashed out last night. You, you, oh yeah, show did. Like, who? I'm not even gonna get into that. We helping these people today, so I get typically maybe 1 to 4 letters a day because this is more so me getting back into the counseling part of myself. If you don't know, I have both of my degrees in clinical mental health, black excellence, you feel me? So I'm just getting back to that, and I have been loving giving you guys advice. So if you guys do want some advice, I do have a TikTok now. DM me, whatever may have you. No, I don't have to share any personal information unless you want to. If you want me to shout you out, that's fine. However, this moving forward will only be through anonymous communication. Because I just think that helps with the genuineness of things anyway. Because I'm basking in the vitamin D. Because I have not had vitamin D in about 7 weeks, and I haven't had D in longer than that. So help. Anyway, let's get to it. The first letter, let's see here. It says, I'm having self doubts about myself. I want to do things to help, but I am too lazy. It's like I get it, but I don't, because everybody has their own mind processes and how they want to process information. So, on the positive note, I don't particularly think that it's laziness. It's just not knowing. It's just not knowing where to navigate where you need to go moving forward in order to take next steps. I think it's important that people choose their terminology more carefully, but if you do feel lazy, that's probably an episode of sadness and or could be leading towards a depressive episode. Now, depression is usually used very loosely, so it just might be sadness, right? And that's okay. So with the self-doubt, I've been getting a lot of letters even prior to creating the series that they have a lot of self-doubt. They don't know if they're doing the right things in life and so forth. And I don't think anybody truly has a way of knowing that they are or aren't. It's just your decision making. You have to be okay with doing that, whether it take a longer route to where your end goal is, because ultimately you're gonna get to your end goal. You just need to hunker down, and if the decisions are wrong, because I don't believe any wrong decision, I just believe in detours. The terminology is I want to do things to help, but I'm too lazy. It's like, okay, you are aware that you know you can do more, so what's the excuse at that point? You know? Is it because you want other people to be accountable for your actions? That's not humanly possible. You and you only can be accountable for your own incomparable self. If you know, you know. Okay? So some of these are real short, so probably it's just gonna be a short response because I don't know what to tell you. I don't have no context on it. Bloop, doop, doop, doop. Okay. Next one says, has anyone ever been in a toxic relationship and then started a wonderful job where they found potential love on the side and just get caught in the midst of it all? What do you do besides the obvious? Child, you do the obvious. Are y'all okay? Like, hello? The reason why I say this is because you already know that the obvious is to pick the non-toxic situation. Hello? Okay. And you know that if the toxicity continues, your blessings are going to be blocked. So why are you purposefully blocking that blessing? Because you think you want to have your cake and eat it too and have a main dude and a side dude? Child, please. Next, block the toxicity. And if you, because honestly, I'm gonna be truthful with y'all, you never even know if the grass is greener on the other side anyway. Because if you think it's blissful now, I'm gonna tell you, just from a person that has gone through gradual abuse, you truly never know. And that's unfortunate, but I'm keeping it a buck with you. I'm keeping it a bean, child. Okay, so there's that on that. And even so, with the, again, it's the self-awareness, but the sabotageness for me in this, because you said you found a wonderful job, found a potential love, but you want to be stuck in the toxicity. Maybe you the toxic one. Maybe you like the chaos. Maybe you like the situation of the thrill and the adrenaline of possibly in turn getting abused. Because with toxicity usually comes narcissism, blah 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 blah. Whoa, that, why are you willingly signing up for that again? That's what I'm lost on. No? Okay. Next, they know what the hell they're doing. They know how they're feeling and they're self-aware about it, but it's just like, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. What? Because that's the definition of insanity, but I digress. Okay, the last one says, recently found out that in a few months my life will be completely different. I'm torn between feeling happy for this new change, but then also feeling somewhat depressing and emotional that my life is somewhat over. I don't feel like I could talk to anyone about this because I don't truly believe they will understand me. Now, mind you, I understand that you have to keep some things close to the vest, especially if people around you aren't experiencing the same things that you are, because 9 times out of 10 they're not going to. They're not gonna know how to navigate it, and they're not gonna be able to give sound advice because they don't even process what's going through their own lives. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people feel that way, and it's a valid reason not to really speak on new ventures or new things that are happening for you, because in a way, like, you don't want to jinx it, or you don't want somebody talking bad about it and so forth and not be supportive. I totally understand that. Here's another trend. They know what's going to happen. I'm not sure how they know that their life is going to be completely changed in said time frame, but however, mentioning that, yes, I am feeling happy about the new change, but you're torn and depressed because you have to start over. Child, start over. Like, what are we talking about here? I don't understand the whole internal battle of, like, okay, I know this brings me happiness, I know this brings me peace, I know I'm gonna be okay, but I'm sad about it. Ain't no need to be sad about it, hon. No need. Be happy. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed for a new chapter to bring something new into your life. You are allowed to feel how you feel. And truthfully, if the old you is gone, let it be gone. You're not the same person 2, 5, 7, 12, 15, 20, God willing, years ago, you're not the same person. You always grow. So yes, you are okay with being happy. I encourage somebody to be happy with a new chapter because it's new, it's exciting. Go after it, go full throttle with it. Don't be sad about it. Given that those were on the cusp of shorter type of explanations, now mind you, a few days ago they were pretty long, but I already wrote them back, so I don't want to verbally reiterate, if that makes sense. But here's the thing that I've actually did like a question poll on Instagram speaking about practically how in relationships men always feel like they have to have everything together in order to move into a relationship. Now mind you, I'm talking about busy, successful men, as that's what I am used to. And minus my ex bum, you know what I'm saying? Like in the true sense of the form, everything. Yes, it was very bum activity. However, minus that, I have not known anybody to not have something going on for themselves. However, there's a thing where I'm noticing that it's not spoken about how both ways are impacted when the man, because to me, the woman is at the mercy of the man when it comes to the final decision to pursue you, to elevate with you, to make you exclusive, to date you, and so forth. That's the man's final decision. You and if you're delusional thinking that you can literally change their mind, you can't. You know what I mean? All you can ask for is a possible chance to show your character in real life and in real examples and so forth, because anybody could talk a good game, but the people like myself that actually match their actions with the words, I feel like I don't get the same type of grace that other people do. Because, like, one thing about it, being a person of substance, it's getting harder to understand to me, because just again with what I know, you're truly never going to be ready, especially if you're a first time parent, first time homeowner, first time anything. You're never going to truly be ready for those certain things. Like, of course, you can do your research and you can prep and so forth, but not every scenario you're going to be prepared for. So when a man says that they value the woman that they're speaking to, high regards for them, and so on, like pleasantries, right? And that's good and all, but the buck stops somewhere to the point where they become introverted and they're like, no, I can't take it there with you because I care for you too much and I'm a man, so I need to pretty much just have everything together. Hun, you're not gonna have everything together. No individual is going to have everything together. You're going to struggle mentally. You're going to struggle physically. You're going to struggle spiritually. There's always going to be something that you're going to have to face. And little do people know, if you continue that route, it's a very lonely life. And who wants that? You're going to look back, even if you are successful and so forth, you're going to look back and you're like, damn, I could have had old girl with me this whole time and we could have been doing what we was doing. A lot of years that could have been fulfilling are just laid waste. Now mind you, I don't believe in anybody wasting time. I believe that lessons are learned within that time. I'm just saying, give somebody a chance. I know people traumatized out here, child. I know. That doesn't make an excuse for you not to heal and for you to not be understanding and you not to try again. You are a human being with a heart and emotions. Don't shut yourself out of a possible chance of really having somebody in your corner And I'm not saying like they have to be everything for you, because you have to be an individual and they have to be an individual. Don't rely on them solely. I'm just saying, men out here, please, PSA. We are tired of hearing, we mess with you heavy, we know your heart, we respect you, we love you, we reverence you, we blah blah blah. And then you're like, well, but I need to get my stuff together though. Not yet. But I want to keep talking to you though. But not yet. Now mind you, I have had conversations with men regarding this, because my audience does lean towards male, so I'm glad that I have that perspective, and I've been around a lot of men to know the game. That still doesn't make it less sucky. That still doesn't make it less hurtful when I personally go through it. And I know millions, billions of women go through the same thing. So just know that it does suck on both parts, because they say a man says that to you and the buck stops. They truly probably see something further down the line with you. It's just they know it's not fair to you to wait. They know it's not okay to expect you to still be there when they get their stuff together. It's just a hard thing to balance. And I've heard the thing, right place, wrong time, right person, correct woman, wrong time. Child, I'm so tired of hearing that, because here's the thing. I'm, as an individual, right, I have a lot of things going for myself creatively. I worked to the point where I have a lot of autonomy, and I have the wherewithal in the budget to at least travel. So I get where schedules conflict, I get how things can pass by and so forth, but however, I'm still a woman. I still need some type of time to be shown. Like, you can say everything all you want, but that doesn't negate the fact that real time needs to be spent. Because unlike most people, I don't see the point in having a facade. I don't see the point of having a mask. I don't see the point of playing the games. Like, we're not in high school. We're not play dating. You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating, not only to me as a woman and the perspective, but with the male perspective that I've got today just through conversation, that there were responses like, I don't care how busy I am, I'm going to make time. And that's coming from an actual businessman that is successful, thriving, you know, like, he is a person that does what he needs to do, especially if he's attracted to a lady. Another one was a more personal experience. Like, I was processing some certain things, like from I would say a good 8 years now, right? So I just wanted to have some clarity with that situation, and it was brought to me, so you know, that can be that. And it was weird because it was like a divide. It was like the street dudes, they said they don't, oh girl, nobody care about you. I was like, okay, got it. And then the more like successful men and the gentlemen, they're just like, it just truly depends. It's truly not you. It's truly the man feeling bad that they don't feel like they're at a certain point in life. And even though they know that you're there for them, even though they know that you're willing to have that ride with them, that still doesn't help the notion that they feel like they have so much more to do individually and on their own. And I'll end on this. Men in general just put too much pressure on themselves. especially black men, they put too much pressure on themselves, and the black man's plight is no joke. Just on its own tip. So why make your life more difficult by being alone? Everybody deserves somebody. Everybody deserves to have that unit, because there are strength in numbers. And that's just how I feel about that situation. So it's probably because I feel the weather breaking a little bit, and your girl gonna be, yeah. Because with more situations comes more events. I could date. You know what I'm saying? I could just go to an event where, because if y'all don't know, I'm part of a Greek organization. I am part of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. It's like, to me, I be thinking I could just date Greek. I don't need. There's a network. Let me go. But I be trying to date the Joe Schmoes that just be out here, you know, just do a little something for themselves, you know. But yeah, so that's enough of that. So overall, your girl didn't crash out. Your girl has to be patient. And hopefully one of these days somebody will say, hey, I respect you, but hey, let's do this thing and have life together. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that, so I get some children out of it. I get a husband. Something, please, child. Golly. And I know, ooh, it's exhausting out here. I get it. I understand. But don't crash out, y'all. Like, you may think, like, what the hell is going on? But no, don't crash out on these folks. Because I even said this to my mom last night throughout conversation. Because trust me, I've been having a lot of conversations in the last 48 hours about certain topics like this. You don't deserve to be doing 20 to life because of a man. You don't need to be in that pan because of a man, okay? Because you want to crash out and do whatever. That's not worth it. Same with men. Don't crash out over these females. None of that's worth it. None of that is worth it at all. So, hopefully, next episode there are longer explanations, because I want to break down things. So until the next one, bye y'all.